Hi, friends. Um, I'm really tired. I haven't had enough sleep the last few nights. Been really, really busy lately. But I wanted to just go ahead and hop on real quick. I did go to a class today that was being offered by Unity, and the author of the book Divine Audacity was teaching it. She was a Unity minister in San Antonio. And I'm really looking forward to checking out the book, Divine Audacity, Daring to Be the Light of the World. And she put us into breakout groups, and we had a chance to talk about some things. And the question that was asked was, what was God like when you were a child? How did you see God? And sometimes we get caught up in talking about how the church we were brought in may have hurt us or let us down. And what I really liked is that she framed the question as, how did that help you? How was the view that you had of God as a child? In what ways was that good? So, for those of you who don't know me, which I assume most of you do, but I grew up in Utah. I was raised Mormon, daughter of the Utah pioneers on both sides of my family. And my mom died when I was 7. And so um, there are some teachings in the Mormon church that are lovely about that families are forever. But when you're talking to a very young child who's lost a parent, I kind of think it's child abuse to tell them that they'll never see their mom again if they're not good. I don't think that's cool. I'm sure that no one intended to inflict that on me, but I do not approve. I became rather a religious zealot because my need for my mom was so strong, still is. I'll get a little teary eyed. Mother's Day is coming up, and I miss my mom. Anyway, I'll go back to this because it's a fun topic. So, God of my youth was a little judgy, little. He also there. I was taught that I thought of him as a man and a person. I was taught that as man is, God once was, and as God is, man it will become. That's a lovely. I think that particular piece of doctrine did serve me well in that I did believe in my own divinity. I believed deeply that I was a child of God and that He loved me. I believed that He was a father who was personal and cared about me, and this personal God would answer my questions and talk to me. And so I tuned into that part of me that still serves me, that's still quite spiritual. Um, that was very real, and that all served me very well. So this loving Heavenly Father, um, that all that was really cool. Um, and then she put us into breakout rooms again, and we talked about what does your God look like now, and how does that serve you? Um, and you guys already know that because I already did my talk, that we are cells in the body of God. And so I believe that it is impossible to be separate from God because you are as much God as the cells in my body are me. So although you may not have universal power, you do have universal influence. You are connected to the all that is all. I believe there's only one of us here. And that belief has released me from guilt, from shame, from doubt. In the old way of looking things, God was a bit of a narcissistic asshole. Like he would put me on earth and then give me tests and trials just to see if I could handle it. And then if I didn't live up to his expectations, then it was my problem somehow. Like that worldview just, I understand it because I lived in it for 30, 40 years. Um, and I held those beliefs really deeply. And I'm not here to offend or convert or argue with anybody. Your faith is yours, and if it's serving you well, then great. But I can just tell you that since I have moved into an idea that that God isn't out there, that God is in here and out there and everywhere, and not there's nowhere that He isn't. I'm also I enjoyed the conversation with the guy I was talking to because he talked about how much he loves science, and so do I. I just love when you find the God particle or quantum physics or even just regular physics. Um, the miracle of the universe. I think when you can look on science with awe, then you have found the magic of life. So, anyway, feel free to drop me a comment. Let me know about if you want to publicly say anything about what you believed about God as a child, how that view served you, and what you believe about God now, maybe how that's different and how that serves you now. If you don't want to post it publicly, feel free to message me. I may or may not see it. As I said, things are a little crazy, but wanted to go ahead and hop on, do my live for today, and then I'm going to get back to work and try to finish up so I can get some sleep tonight and maybe have a normal day tomorrow. So have a great night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. And I still, there we go, end the video. Bye.